Good morning, guys. So here we are at the beginning of our new normal. Harrison went back to school this morning, and of course I'm feeling all of the feels, but I'm stood here trying to remember that, like, what, 11 weeks ago now or something, I was stood in this very spot crying because he was going to miss school, and he is so excited to be back. A lot of our decision has been based on the fact that he wanted to go back, so I'm comforted knowing that we took his feelings into consideration. He's back at school. It was hard. He had to queue up outside school 2 meters apart from everyone. They had their temperatures checked, they washed their hands, and then they went through the school gates on their own, not in uniform. No hats, no bags, no coats or anything like that. Stayed like at the gate watching him go in, and that's when it got me, because I was like, oh my god, he's on his own, he doesn't know what to do. But I think he's gonna have a great day. I think he's gonna have a wonderful day, actually. I'm gonna spend the day like clock watching as if it's his first day back at school. That's how it feels. Yeah, I need to keep busy, I think. It's such a hard decision to make for your family and your child. I just kind of want to touch on the fact that, please, can we keep this like a judgmental free zone? Of course, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but we've all made our decisions based on different things. And like my lovely friend SJ said to me yesterday, we are all in the same storm here, but maybe not necessarily in the same boat. As of today, lockdown measures have been reduced somewhat. They've been eased so that we can now see, what, 6 people at once socially distanced in a garden. So I actually made a decision yesterday that we would have a little bit of a gathering in my garden just for my parents, because with Harrison being back at school today, yesterday was kind of like the safest day to do that, knowing that he hasn't been mixed in with kids. And yeah, we was all very socially distanced, but it was just a nice way to kind of sign off that period. This whole way through lockdown, Harrison's like, when this ends, I just want a big barbecue in our garden, because that's kind of what we do for birthdays and things. And so it was actually really nice doing that yesterday, ready for him to go back into school today. I feel like I've had that little boost of seeing my family, which is really, really nice. Oh no, your castle's blown over. Shall we get it?
I will get it.
Oh, okay, you will get it.
Oh, again.
Where's Everly? Knock, knock, knock. Oh, not the paddling pool right now. Should we do paddling pool later? Yeah, we need to go and get your pear snack. You want a pear?
Pear snack.
I think Daddy's getting it for you. Should we go and see?
Pear snack.
Pear snack.
This is my pear snack. This pear snack.
I'm gonna take this opportunity of not schooling to tidy up. So over the last week or so, there has been a lot of talk on racism, diversity, all in recent events of George Floyd, which is utterly disgusting. I feel like I have to talk about it a bit because I am a mum. I've got a responsibility to use my platform to encourage you as a parent watching my videos to speak to your children about race, speak to them about diversity, and make it so that when my children grow up, they don't have the struggles that black people do have. What's going on right now is not okay, and it shouldn't be happening. It should never have happened in the past, but it should definitely not be happening in 2020. Sometimes I don't talk on the subject because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to upset anybody, offend anybody. I don't want to be like uneducated on the subject and give wrong information or not articulate myself well. And I find myself like second guessing myself a lot on the internet. It's so easy for people to like find offence in what you're saying. Actually, where there's like the right intent, I don't think you can really, but you can say the wrong thing. But yes, I might say the wrong thing, I might word something incorrectly, but I never intend to upset or offend anyone. I feel like I need to use my platform to encourage you as a parent to sit down and talk to your kids about race. And I've been asked on Instagram loads recently how I do that at home, and more so with Harrison. We are having that conversation with him, which is difficult. It isn't the easiest of things, but we are kind of talking to him at, I guess, like entry point levels, and find books to be like a great way to open up a conversation and talk about our differences, because kids do see differences, whether or not that's just like, that kid's got blue eyes, that kid's got brown eyes. Harrison's 5 years old. He's already had a child in the playground saying that he won't play with him because he has got brown skin like poo, and that's not okay. It's absolutely not okay. Not okay. I'll show you some books that I have back here in Emily's room, books that have characters that look like my children, which, as ridiculous as it is, are quite hard to come by. There's not much diversity in books, so where there is, I'm always happy to buy them. So this book here by Usborne is one of my favourites, and I recommend it all the time. Of all types of different families, what they might look like, what they might be made up of, mums and mums, dads and dads, all different cultures, ethnicities, and I really like this book for a conversation. And we have here some books, like I mentioned before, with children that look like my children. So Rochelle Humes has this book, The Mega Magic Hair Swap, which Everly really likes because the girl in the book has curly hair like her, and then we just have a range here. So Everly also loves Baby Goes to Market. She finds this book so funny. And then we have Julian is a Mermaid. There's a boy just like me, the boy who loves everyone. These books are really great, these little leader books. And then My Two Granddads and My Two Grannies, which I actually got online and had to wait months for because they came from somewhere in America. They actually came from a library in America, but I really wanted to get these. I'm gonna link below a couple of sites that have a really good range of books and are like my go-to, just in case you are on the lookout for some books. It might help. I think Emily's room, actually maybe Harrison's, they just get so messy for bedrooms that actually they don't spend that much time in.
What are these called?
Candles.
Yeah, candles.
And the balloon.
And the balloon. What colour's the balloon? What colour's the balloon?
Blue.
Blue? You sure?
The balloon.
No, what colour's the balloon? What
colour's this?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Lovely. Are you gonna tell everybody why you're a big girl now? Why?
I have my dummy bedtime. I live in the house in Kiwi school and you have my dummy's bedtime.
You don't have your dummy anymore, do you? You've gone a whole week now. More than a week without your dummy.
Yeah.
And what are you sleeping in?
Nap.
What nap? Are you sleeping in your big girl bed? So I'm just outside in the garden with Everly having a relax. I can feel like I'm getting a headache, which I always get after any stress. You know I stress a lot anyway. Although actually I think I was pretty good in this situation. I had a little bit of a moment yesterday morning over something completely not related to school, but actually subconsciously I think it was the tears probably more so to do with that than anything else. I'm gonna make some lunch in a minute. I've just done a little blitz of the house, which actually is really nice. I feel like throughout this whole lockdown the house has not been tidy, but it has, but not very tidy. So with this whole new normal, maybe I can have somewhat of a routine again. It's been really nice having Mike here at home. He's actually just got a new job though, so I don't know how much longer he'll be at home. I imagine he will be working from home still, but I feel like this is easing me in to the new routine, and does give me a little bit more room to work and stuff now, I guess. And in terms of work, I haven't uploaded as many vlogs as I wanted to. Vlogging is always something I do, like when Harrison's at school and it's just myself and Everly, and to vlog and like shove a camera in Harrison's face all day when he's meant to be doing like his schoolwork and stuff, and filming Mike when he's not really like feeling it, it didn't seem right. And also every day has been the same. I've sat in this chair drinking coffee, eating way too many snacks, and yeah, it's been lovely though, very, very lovely. I have been doing other bits and pieces though, like I've done lots on Instagram and I've done sit down videos and stuff. Everly, please don't get soaking wet, darling. She's not got her swimming stuff on and she's in the pool. But yeah, so I have been working, I just haven't been vlogging, but I feel like I'm ready to again. I actually managed to get quite a few of my like jobs done that I wanted to get done during lockdown. We painted the decking, I painted my front door. I didn't sort out all my photos yet, but maybe that's something I can work on now that Harrison's back at school, because as much as I thought I would have time to do everything, I haven't had time to do anything. Lockdown was intense. It is intense. It's still, obviously we're still on lockdown, but yeah, it was intense, and I had a lot less time on my hands with 2 kids at home than anticipated that I would. It's been a really good opportunity to spend time as a family, to slow down. I feel like this was given to us with a silver lining of slowing down and just enjoying each other's company, enjoying being with each other, and just, yeah, that's what I've taken away from it. I think I just need to slow down a little bit, and we just need to do more as a family and just make the most of every situation. And just once we are allowed to go out, like we've not really been out, we've been to the park like 2 times, we've just not done much. But yeah, it seems funny that at the beginning of this I was so upset and worried that the kids would find it like horrific and I would fail Harrison. I remember saying that I was really worried that I'd fail him. Like, I've not failed him, he's loved being at home, like we've just had a brilliant time. But yeah, I do think it was time for him to go back to school today, and fingers crossed it all works out well. I'm gonna go and grab some lunch now. Mike actually might be making it already, because I'm pretty hungry. Just noticed a trail here of water going into the house.
Is it lunchtime?
It is lunchtime, darling, yeah. Everly wanted a yo-yo for her lunch.
Me and Susie tied up.
Oh, you, Pepper and Susie are what? Oh, you're tidying up?
Yeah.
Are you missing Harrison? Yeah?
That's my Harrison.
Your Harrison. Is he your Harrison? And you miss him. You'll see him later. We're going to go to the park, aren't we?
Haven't seen Harrison.
We're going to go and play some football.
My wife's not working. Well, here's a brush for him. Here's what?
Thanks, darling. Looks lovely.
Yeah, it's good. Joker is scary.
Joker is scary. Why is Joker in with your dollies?
To them.
Oh, wow.
And look at Barbie's hair.
Look at Barbie's hair. I feel like I must have chilled out so much, because the thought before of putting like a Barbie or a toy in the pool, I'd have been like, ah. We're just in the car now, gonna go and get Harrison from school. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I am. I've missed him, but it's gone really quick, I think.
Yeah.
The day's pretty much like the same school day, isn't it? Just a little bit sliced off each side. Sure that they are all socially distanced and not like seeing any of the other classes. And yeah, I'm excited. Oh gosh, and we're gonna shoot to the park because one, Harrison wanted to play football with Mike, and also I need to take some pictures for a brand. It's like the best opportunity to do it, really.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Did you have a good day at school?
Yeah, I had a lovely day, and we done like some art stuff. We made our own diary.
That's really
We done maths and
You like
that
it?
kind of it, and the rest is playtime.
The rest is playtime. Super
And
duper.
lunch.
And lunch. And you got the teacher you wanted. And you're with all your best friends.
Yeah.
School is going to be so good. Just at the park now, Mike's off doing an ice cream run. It's so nice. It's so nice just to be here with the kids after Harrison's first day back. Like I said earlier, we've hardly been out during the last like 10-11 weeks. So to be in the park, but actually everybody seems to be kind of, well, not everybody, using social distancing. It is what ice cream will I end up with. Good choice. Oh, yummy.
I got a flake
Yummy,
99.
yummy.
Flake 99 I had.
Fancy. Harrison had a really good day at school by the sounds of it. He came out looking so thrilled, told us loads, which normally you don't get much out of kids, do you, after school. But yeah, he had lots and lots to say, and it seems like school have got it like sussed in terms of social distancing, which is very reassuring. These are the cute little sandals I showed on my haul. Aren't they sweet? Do you love them, Everly?
Yeah.
And your nice sunglasses. Oh, you're going to put them on? You're going to model them? Oh, wonderful. Look at you. Oh, you look fantastic. So Harrison has gone to bed very early, but he was absolutely shattered. I think I'm going to probably carry on vlogging tomorrow because I just need to get Everly into bed now, to be honest with you. And I fancy a bath myself. I'm not feeling overly fantastic, but I do think it's probably just like the release of stress. I just feel really like nauseous and bloated and but yeah, I'm gonna just chill out tonight, watch a bit of telly, get myself an early-ish night, get back into the swing of these school runs in the morning. I'm gonna be easy, I tell you that. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday. My battery's dying. I don't know how long my camera's actually going to last right now. I didn't carry on vlogging on Tuesday because when I ended yesterday's vlog being like, I don't feel too well, I wasn't very well, and I've actually been in bed since Tuesday, today's Saturday, with a sickness bug. So of course I haven't been filming, haven't been working, and I haven't really been on Instagram that much, although I have been on as much as I can in light of George Floyd, Blackout Tuesday, Blackout Week. I've been trying to share as much information and as many stories as I could, but I'm aware that that is not all what it's about. It's about more so what we do offline that counts. And of course it isn't just this week. Like, racism is something that's happened forever, sadly, and what happened to George Floyd wasn't the first time. Hopefully it'll be the last, but that is what we're putting in the work for, essentially. So yeah, it's a hard subject, it's an uncomfortable subject to talk about, but it should be uncomfortable. It's not an easy thing, and I read something online and it actually really resonated with me, and it was like, you've felt uncomfortable for a week, imagine experiencing that for your whole lifetime, and that kind of got me. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this really, but I just wanted you guys to know that I'm doing everything I can to help offline and online. We've all got a part to play in making a change. White privilege is such a thing, it really is, whether or not we admit it, but it's also a real privilege to be in a position to just be learning about racism rather than being like having experienced it firsthand. So I think we should all bear that in mind and do as much as we can for our future generations. What do you think, Everly? What do you think?